So I am going to be using Mossy Meadow Dark and then the 2 Old Olives. Now, I just want to show you something. I've already done my colour swatching, but if you are going to be colouring for the first time and you haven't swatched and you want more than just the colour combination, always swatch, because one would think that Mossy Meadow is such a darker colour that you could use, oh, this one's not very good nib on that one. You would think that you could use the Mossy Meadow Light and then go in with the Old Olive. But that's the colour difference between the Mossy Meadow Light and the Old Olive Dark. So I don't tend to use that one because it's too similar in not colour. There is a little bit of, like, one's a bit more yellow based and one's not, or it's probably blue based maybe. But they are fairly similar in value. So always make sure that you are doing a little bit of swatching. Okay, so now I have got a proper, if I can pick it up, now I have got a proper dark, medium and light. Okay, rightio. Okay, so starting, and just so you know, I am going to be using my brush nibs, but I have replaced all of my nibs with a different brand. So that is why you'll probably see me, and I will go rough with these ones. So if you're wondering, how come she's treating her blends so badly? Well, I've got different nibs. All right, so what I'm doing is around these, there's some lines on here from that the artist has drawn, and I am just pouncing my marker over the top of those little areas. So you'll probably find that we won't see them so much, which is a good thing. Well, I think it's a good thing. All right, and we might be here for a little while, so chat amongst yourselves. I perhaps should have done a little bit of this, like perhaps coloured half of it or something before I started. But anyway, so if you go outside and you look at one of your trees, we've got a pittosporum outside our in our view from our kitchen window, and I often stand there and stare at it, and because there's gaps in there, and then, you know, there's darker spots and there's lighter spots, and so that's sort of what we're going to try and achieve by doing darker and lighter colours in here, and just sort of making them patchy, if you know what I mean. And I apologize because sometimes I go quiet when I colour in as well. So just trying to pick out some of those areas. Okay, I think I've got most of them. And I'm also coming up on my tip of my nib because I can. And so there's little areas that hang off the branches. And I'm just sort of giving that a little bit of doubling as well. Okay, so next colour is the Old Olive Dark. But I know when I colour in, you guys go really quiet too, so. And again, I am just pouncing, leaving lots of white space still. So I'm going over the top of my, what colour did I use first? Mossy Meadow. And then just extending it around a little bit. Trying to go up instead of all the way around. So you don't have to be fantastic at blending or anything. Sometimes it's nice to have some messy blend colouring, I think. I'm trying to go quick as well because I don't want to spend like a whole hour doing this. So trying to go super quick. I'm going to bring it up to the screen when I finish this so you can see where I'm at. All right, I'll bring it up to the screen so you can see what's going on. Okay. And then finally with the Old Olive Light, this is where I sort of just scribble my color on, just keeping in with that outline. Now there are some branches that come up through the tree as well. I'm just trying to avoid some of those areas, but it is actually quite hard to see some of those areas. And of course, there'll be, you know, some light shining through them. And so if there's little bits of white, I'm not so fussed. And if I go over the branches, I'm not so fussed either. And if I can't see exactly what's going on, I'm just going to color over the top. So it all adds to the texture. So you can sort of see what's going on there. Okay, keep going. And if you need to, because you get confused about what's going on, I've got actually got the stamp set sitting right beside me so that I can check it out if I need to. And of course, as it dries, it all settles in as well. I think we're nearly there. My hand's getting crampy, and that's okay. Whoops. And I don't know whether you've noticed, but every now and then I will actually rotate my marker. I don't know if anyone's picked that up because it just sort of keeps the nib a little bit even as well. Okay, so now what I normally do is in some areas I just come back over with my Old Olive and just squiggle on a little bit more in some areas. If I'm finding it's too light in some, because of course the blends will layer on top of each other as well. And just checking my drawing just to make sure. Okay, and then sometimes what I do, if I want a little bit more depth, I will come in with my dark again, and I'm just dotting. I'm not actually scribbling or spending too much time, like applying too much on here. I'm just dotting in a few areas where it would be, you know, where if I can try and imagine one cluster of branches and leaves would be over another one, just to add a little bit more depth. Okay. Okay, that is the green part. I might just do it a little bit down the bottom here. Now the next part is going to be interesting, is what I'm going to say, because it's the tree trunks. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of light in there as well. Okay, so for the tree trunks, I have got pecan pie and I've got ivory, and my ivory is running low. So, and I haven't replaced the nibs on these ones. These ones are still good. So, but I'm going to use the bullet tip on these because they are super, super fine. And I'm just going to put some color down on the sides. And I might do some little stripes going up, just maybe a couple of the middle. And this is actually really hard to see as well, so just saying. And then as these branches get out finer, I'll just be putting, like, just making it up as I go along. Sorry, and my hand's probably getting in the way as well. So these branches are a little bit thicker until they start to feather out. But if you make a mess of them, don't worry too much, because I've got a trick for you as well. Okay, so this is, actually I might just do a little bit more. There's a bit of a knot there, so. And this is the light. So you can see I have left a little bit of white space going on in there as well. Okay, and then these ones, because it's a little bit lighter, I'm going to take them all the way to into the branches now, into those leaves. And I'm not even following the stamped image now, I'm just making it up as I go along. Because believe me, you got to have pretty good eyes if you want to do this. And now I'm coming in with my ivory, and I'm just filling in all those little holes as well. Now there is one little thing in here that I have noticed, that up here the trunk is a little bit fuller as we go. So I'm just going to add a little bit more colour as we go up into there. Now I'll bring this up to the screen. So there's lots of areas in here, and I don't know that I actually like that bit. So I'm just going to come in with my light, and I'm just going to dapple the green in there a little bit more. Not to cover it, but just to like do a little bit of pointillism and just sort of bring those down, make it a little bit looser. And I'll show you that when I'm done as well. Just to fill in any of those little white areas and sort of disguise anything that I may have messed up in there. Okay, so there we go. Oh, hello, Marilyn. So that is my little bit of colouring for my tree. Now, I did mention that I did it last night. So this is a black outline, and this is a smoky slate outline that I stamped off. It was pretty tricky to see. Oh, wait, I'm not finished. I did an extra step in this one, which I'm probably going to be able to do here. So I have got, I actually don't know what colour this is. I think it may be garden green. I just need to give it a little bit of a sharpen. So this is one of the Stampin' Up colours. And it's still nice and sharp. So what I ended up doing is grabbing this and then just doing like a scumbling. So like pretend you're a doctor and you're signing all these doctor's forms. So I'm just doing a little bit of scumbling, mainly in that area where the light old olive is. And again, twisting my pencil around just so that I don't lose my point. So just a messy, calculated scribble. Just gives a little bit more texture going on. And it's quite faint. I don't know whether you can actually see it. I'll bring it up to the screen when I'm done. Actually, I should just leave a little bit airy so you can see the difference between the two. Just sort of fills it in a little bit more. So I don't know whether you can see, but this area I've left alone, and these ones I've got all the little bits of scumbling. You probably can't see on the screen. You can see it in real life though. So go one way and then I switch the pen and come back the other way. Try to have it fairly loose. Okay, there we go.